Turn your hearing down.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
The next campaign.
Yeah. All right, it's October 6th, 2025 at 5:45 p.m. We're gonna call this Finance Committee meeting to order. Present are council members Barker, Cost, Choate, Hauser, and Marmee. First item, the unappropriated balance of the general fund is at $244,169. And the balance of the budget stabilization fund is at $581,808. First item on the agenda is a request for appropriation amount of $17,600.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is money that was received from the police department, so it's cruisers at auction. And they need to take this money in so that they can replace a cruiser that was totaled.
Second. Motion by Barker, second by Hauser. Any questions and or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor, send us on full council, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is a request for appropriation in the amount of $249,822.81.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We're just transferring these dollars into the Florence Hill Tower project. So.
Second. Motion by Barker, second by Hauser. Questions and or comments? I'll just make a comment. I drive by there, they're moving stuff, it's amazing how they're getting all of that up that hill. And I mean, the staging station right across the way has been the godsend. Yeah. So moving right along and can't wait till that's completed.
City tonight, I got a couple other prospective tenants for that tower also.
Very good.
Additional knowledge.
Very good. All right, seeing no other comments, all those in favor, send us on full council, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. Thank you very much. And with that, this finance committee meeting stands adjourned. And next up is service.
Thanks for the time these days.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll call the city service committee to order. Those present are myself, Rath, Cost, Blind, Chu, and Mr. Hauser sitting in for Mr. Neely. Up first be resolution 25-67. A resolution authorizing and directing the director of public service of the city of Newark, Ohio City to enter into a contract to sell approximately 13,760 board feet of timber located on part or all of parcel numbers 054-1866320.00.000, 054-199-158-00.000. Numbers of these 054-189-192-00.000, 054-196-074-00.000, 054-199-152-00.000, and 055-158-602-00.000, located off the East Main Street and Ecology Row and owned by the city of Madison Township, Licking County, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Rhodes.
Good job.
Thank you.
This will be the third time the city's done this in different areas of the city. We have a consultant that goes to these areas for us, which we pay. They tag the trees that would be eligible to be harvested. We do a tree inventory. From that tree inventory, it goes out to bid. We received 3 bids back on this one. And we're just asking for permission to enter into contract to sell this. We're gonna raise about $17,000. Those dollars are going back to the city's general fund.
Are any of these trees at risk of falling on people?
I have not personally seen all of them.
I've noticed that there's an emergency clause. I'm just wondering why.
The emergency clause is because
It has
it's
to do with the health, welfare.
time of year, and we want to get it done prior to the close of the year.
Any questions from the committee?
Motion. I'll second.
Motion by Cost. Seconded by Hauser. Mr. Hauser, did you have a question?
I did, Mr. Chair, thank you. More out of curiosity, anything else, how do they estimate the board feet there before they do cut trees down?
So that's why we employ a professional to look at it. Because, yeah, that's not us.
So that's an estimate, so it's actual after the fact.
Yeah.
Correct.
That is correct. It's an estimate.
Any other questions? Questions from the audience? Seeing none, all those in favor say, all those in favor of passing this on council, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Doesn't pass with a vote of 5-0.
Thank you.
Up next, resolution 25-68, a resolution authorizing director of public service to declare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvements Program and to execute contracts as required.
Thank you.
Ms. Moore.
So every fall, we have the opportunity to apply for the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvements Grant Loan Program. And this year, we would like to apply for a resurfacing project. We've already budgeted through LCATS and ODOT, the initial part of this funding. And to make up the city, a portion of the city's match, we'd like to use the OPWC funding if we are fortunate to be granted that. So it'd be resurfacing on West Main Street from 4th to 21st, West Main Street from 34th to Coughlin Road, South 30th Street from West Main Street to Harris Avenue, East Main Street from East Main Street Bridge out to Madison Avenue, and then Granville Street from Central Avenue to North 21st Street. Depending on how the cost estimates and such come back, we may need to cut Granville Street off of there to fit the funding that we would have available, but anyhow, mainly funded with ODOT and federal funds. And I ask that you pass this on council.
Call for motion.
Second.
Motion by Hauser. Seconded by Blind. Any questions from the committee? Questions from the audience? Seeing none, all those in favor of passing this on to council, signify by saying aye. All opposed, same sign. That'll pass with a vote of 5-0.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Up next, resolution 25-69, a resolution establishing rates for the stormwater utility service charge as authorized by codified ordinance of the city of Newark, Ohio. Yes, sir.
Good evening. So, Mr. Moorhead and Lindsay are here to help me if I have any, questions, or if you have any questions I can answer, but want to do a few notes here and give you a little background for those that are not aware of the stormwater utility. So the stormwater utility was created in 2005. And, that's what this legislation is adjusting some rates that were modified in 2016. So that was the last time that rates had been adjusted for the stormwater utility. The last rate increase was in 2016, and that was for 15 cents a year for 8 years. So we have not had any rate increase on our stormwater utility since January of 2023. Last year, kind of looking at our overall revenue and expenses and future projects that we need to complete as part of the stormwater work. We hired CDM Smith to conduct a stormwater rate analysis. That stormwater rate analysis basically wanted to evaluate current and future revenue, evaluate current operation and maintenance expenses, and current and future capital improvement debt that or projects that may be funded through cash and or debt. And then also evaluate rate adjustments needed to fund the current expenses as well as fund future stormwater projects. So in order to determine the required revenue, the future stormwater projects were categorized into high, medium, and low priority. And that's what you see on the pamphlet that presented to you. Total over 10 years, well, the total project need is about $42 million for identified stormwater projects that are currently known to be a problem within the city and we need to complete. The high priority projects were estimated about $12 million. The medium priority projects were at 42 million. And the low priority was at 21 million. So I misspoke. That's the total. The 42 million was for the total, the medium. So in order about $62 million of total project need. As part of that, the revenue required to complete some of those projects, we evaluated 5 different rate alternatives. And so I can share, I'm just presenting a little bit, I can share the entire report with anybody that wants to see it. But basically out of those 5 rate alternatives, there was a continued of the 15 cent per year increase. There was an adjustment where we increased it 50 cents a month. One of the evaluations was kind of up and down based on when those capital debt service costs would hit the city. And we kind of settled on what we're recommending is the 4th alternative, which is a 4.5% rate increase on the stormwater for 10 years. What that does is that provides about $150,000 a year of additional revenue for the stormwater utility. And that helps us fund the high priority and the medium priority projects. So over 10 years, we're anticipating being able to complete all 6 of the high priority projects, which on your information sheet there, South 2nd Street levee project down on the river, Cherry Valley Road, Buckeye Avenue corridor or Buckeye corridor area for Wells Avenue, Buckeye and Coughlin, and then I'm sorry, Steel Avenue. That's a total of about $12 to $13 million, as well as several medium priority projects that out of that $42 million of need, we would evaluate those projects over the next 10 years and try to fund $12 to $15 million of those projects. Some assumptions that we're taking into place, we're anticipating a 4% inflationary cost. We anticipate some inflationary costs on personnel and operating and maintenance expenses. So all those were taken into account. And the 4.5% rate increase over 10 years would theoretically give us enough capital to be able to fund those projects with additional debt through either loans or bonds in the future when those projects would hit. Happy to answer any questions. That's kind of where we are right now. Happy to answer any questions, and Lindsay and Brian are here too, if you have any questions on the specifics of the projects.
We've got a lot of projects. I'm sure there's a lot of details to go along with it. Does anybody have any questions on any particular projects?
You mentioned it's 15 cents now, from a percentage standpoint, what would you like that to?
Sorry, great question. So I put it in there, so the 4.5% rate increase would be 15 cents per month per residential user. So you're going from I didn't mention that, you're going from currently, a current residential house is paying $7.70 a month. If becomes effective in January 1, it would go to $8.05 a month. So it's basically about $4.20 per year total of increased cost per normal residential customer. Obviously, industrial, commercial properties that have bigger impervious areas, it'll impact them higher, but that was also taken into account. One other thing was taken into account was just the general growth rate of the city, right? If somebody builds a new house or a new business, that obviously adds to our revenue because they have normally increased impervious area. So that was all taken into account of just the normal growth of the city as well.
Any questions? Any questions from the audience? I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
I'll entertain a
Oh, I'm so sorry. Motion.
Second.
motion by Klein, seconded by Halter. Any further questions or comments? Seeing none. All those in favor of passing this out of council, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. That'll pass with a vote of 5-0. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
And that concludes service committee meeting for tonight. Up next will be capital improvements.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, we'll call this capital improvement committee meeting to order. President myself, Mr. Rath, Mr. Marmy, Mr. Labutus, and Mr. Hauser for Mr. Neely. First on the agenda is to consider resolution number 2566, a resolution appropriating monies for the current expense of the municipal corporation. Director Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As many of you are aware, we're out fundraising for a park on West Main. It's a park that's going to include 3 bouldering, climbing areas, 6 pickleball courts, a history walk, and parking spaces. And what you have here is a $50,000 donation that we received from the John and Mary Halford Foundation. And we're just wanting to move that into the fund that we're going to pay expenses. And we get a bid on this. Fundraising areas, we're a little bit over 600,000 today. And I just want to get this out there that we wouldn't be this close without the help of Mark Motter and his been very, very helpful in this fundraising.
Any questions?
Where is this located?
To the left of Newark Station, the city owns some land, the land to the left of Newark Station when you're facing it.
Okay.
You have a curb cut there off West Main and go back here.
All that is kind of off topic a little bit based on this, but have you finalized all the designs for both projects, both the Newark and of the rock climbing, or is that still?
No, we're real close. We're real close.
Motion? Second. Motion by Mr. Marmy, second by Mr. Labutus. Any other discussion, comments, question? Seeing none, all those in favor of sending this on full council signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that passes with a vote 5-0. That concludes our capital improvements. And that concludes committees for this evening.
Yeah, I was kind of hear that. No, I think so. Not good. Yeah. 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 Right.